Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to make a video about the Josh Brown situation. For those who don't know, Josh Brown was a kicker on the New York Giants football Giants team, and he had been investigated for domestic violence, and he got a one-game suspension, even though Roger Goodell and the NFL came up with a new, tougher domestic violence policy. I think his first offense is supposed to be 6 games, based on, of course, on the post-Ray Rice era, and of course what happened with Greg Hardy as well. The NFL wanted to rehabilitate their image, and rightfully so, because they literally, no pun intended, took a beating publicly for the way they handled the Ray Rice situation and stuff. So they hired more women experts that were involved in domestic violence cases and stuff, and to try to toughen up their image and to help those who need and help the NFL deal with that domestic violence and how to treat it more humanely and fairly. Okay, when it comes to discipline, but of course we read in the paper now that Josh Brown basically, but not only did he admit to the owners of the Giants, and specifically to John Mara, that he did abuse his wife. The NFL launched a probe and didn't really investigate that thoroughly. The actual sheriff in Seattle who investigated the Josh Brown situation, he actually said he got like some email from somebody that he thought worked in the NFL office. Okay, like in the NFL, who has tons of lawyers on their payroll, has billions of dollars, about $14 billion industry. You tell me they couldn't hire some lawyers or have security from the Seattle, Seahawks go and investigate? I understand there was a thing where they couldn't really give the NFL the actual documents because it's an ongoing investigation. So, but they would allow them to come in and look at it, and that would, of course, make them have a more informed decision. Maybe give Josh Brown more than just a one-game suspension for domestic violence, which is absolutely ludicrous when you think about it. Okay, 1 game for domestic violence. And of course, all this came out, all these journals where basically he admitted how he treated his wife like a slave and abused her numerous times during their marriage, even when she was pregnant. How last year during the Pro Bowl, even in fact, now this is another reason why I have to take my New York Football Giants, and full disclosure, I'm a New York Giants football fan. I love the team, but they basically rewarded him after the Pro Bowl incident where his wife was there with her kids, and he tried to drunkenly try to break into their room, and she had to call NFL security to come and actually spirit them away to a different hotel. Okay, and the Giants knew that, the NFL knew that, and yet they still only gave him a 1-game suspension. The Giants basically rewarded him with a 2-year contract. What the hell? Okay, and John Merritt is saying in the paper today, obviously this is more now that these journal entries have been released, saying, this is more information than we had before. We have to discuss further action. No, you don't have to discuss any further action. Josh Brown should be cut from your team, okay? And Roger Goodell, heaven knows why they wanted to. At this point, he should really get out of the punishment business because he's absolutely horrible at doing it. Maybe the NFL needs to hire an independent arbiter that the NFL and the players can agree on and let them do the discipline, because obviously Roger Goodell and the NFL actually bundle every time it seems like they try to investigate something. They absolutely bundle it, or they do it half-assed, basically. Okay, you tell again, like I said before, they could have sent investigators. They got tons of lawyers on their payrolls, tons of ex-FBI agents and ex-cops on their payroll as well that could have went out to Seattle and basically, and they would have showed them the evidence, and they could have read the files and read the journals. And it took a Deadspin writer who basically she went and she investigated she read basically his divorce agreement, which is public record, where he basically admits the abuse. And you tell me the NFL couldn't even do that? It's absolutely ludicrous that and even the Giants, this really hurts my heart that they did that. Like I said, I have a lot of respect for the Giants, the way they run the organization and stuff, but I really am taken aback at how they supposedly they have this pristine image, and it seems like they just, for whatever reason, they gave Josh Brown a pass and actually rewarded him with a 2-year contract, which to me is asinine. Okay, and John Merritt, I read in the paper today, and people have been saying, yeah, you need to cut him completely. Basically, you took him off the plane that he was supposed to go to London for the football game the Giants have this weekend, and they just took him up, and basically they think John Mara's talking about, oh, they probably might put him on an indefinite list. No, you need to cut him, John Mara, from the Giants. You need to cut the cord, okay? If he wants to, I understand that he's supposed to be basically going through counseling to help himself, then he needs to do it far away from the football and far away from the NFL, okay? Let him settle his demons on his own, okay? I'm not saying you can't help him, but he doesn't need to be rewarded, okay? He needs to get help and be away from the NFL. That's the last thing he needs, okay? He needs to be away from the NFL, and he shouldn't have been rewarded with a 2-year contract, okay, after he admitted domestic violence. I'm sorry. That's okay. Against your own rules, okay? You only gave him 1 game instead of 6 games, like you said in the statement, going forward. And again, one other thing. You gave Tom Brady 4 games for Deflategate, but you gave Josh Brown 1 game for domestic violence. That's absolutely ludicrous, okay? And you should be really ashamed of yourself, Roger Goodell. I just really, and again, the Giants totally disgust me. Like I said, I had a lot of respect for their organization, but I really am disappointed in them for rewarding him with a 2-year contract after he admitted domestic violence. I'm sorry, I'm all about people getting second chances. I don't mind that. Let him get second chance away. You want to help him in his private, help him with his, with this private, going to therapy and all that stuff. You want to do that? Yeah, let him do that. But he doesn't deserve to be on a team. Okay, he has bigger issues than playing football. Okay, he needs help, obviously. Okay, and if he doesn't want help, then you need to cut ties with him. Okay, they need to cut ties with him anyway, because I don't see how you're going to have somebody that publicly admit being a domestic abuser, and you reward him with a 2-year contract. It's absolutely asinine. And again, the NFL could have investigated it if they want to. It seems like they half-assed it in this supposed investigation, which amounted to them sending an email to the sheriff's office and not following up on it. And it took, again, like I said before, a Deadspin writer to actually investigate it and get all these journals out there. And the NFL couldn't do it with all the $14 billion industry and all their resources, all their lawyers, and all the private investigators they have, and they couldn't do it. Absolutely ludicrous. They actually, it makes them look, again, another black eye on the NFL. No pun intended. Okay, literally, again, they absolutely horrible. Like I said, Roger Goodell is horrible at doing this investigation. Like I said, maybe they need to hire an independent arbitrator and let them do it. Okay, because obviously Roger Goodell the NFL seems like every case of it, they bundle it. It really is ridiculous. And this case is, I'm sorry, to me it was cut and dry. Okay, once he admitted domestic violence, I'm sorry. Okay, you're not on my football team no more. Okay, you want to get help? I'll help you privately, whatever. But you're not going to be playing football. Okay, obviously you got bigger issues. If you're abusing your wife and heaven knows how the kids are going to be affected by that. So you have bigger issues than playing football. Okay, and for the Giants to reward him with a 2-year contract, to me, is absolutely asinine, especially after the Pro Bowl incident with him drunkenly trying to barge into the room and stuff. And come on, it's just, again, I'm really disappointed, of course, in the NFL, but really more to the point, disappointed in my New York Giants. And John Mara, you really need to cut him. Okay, he needs to be cut and gone from this team. Okay, he really does. He wants to get his life in order. Let it be away from the team, and you want to help him privately. That's your right. You can do that, but he doesn't need to be playing in the NFL. I'm sorry. Okay, he's an admitted domestic abuser. And like I said, I do believe in second chances, but I'm sorry. Certain things, to me, I think when you do certain things, you give up certain rights. To me, in my opinion. Okay, and I just feel, I do believe in second chances, but I think you can have your second chances away from the NFL. Okay, get your life together, get your life in order. Okay, you have bigger fish to fry than playing in the NFL. Okay, and just my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think of this Josh Brown situation. What do you think about it? Feel free to leave comments down below. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.